Hey everybody, welcome back to Happiness Created. I have some really adorable ways to use wood pieces to create some picture frames. It's part of a playlist. I'll get into that in just a bit, but for now, let's jump in. So I have these wood planks from the Dollar Tree. I got 4 of them, and so one side is kind of sanded, but the rest of it is pretty rough. So I just took some of my sandpaper and just went over the edges so that I didn't get any splinters. And then I'm just going to vacuum up all of the sawdust. Now I did cut or print out some pictures that I want to use. And so I'm just taking my paper cutter and I'm just going to go around all of the pictures and just take off the excess paper. Once that's done, I am going to take some Waverly Antique Wax and then some plaster. I go over all of the wood pieces and then I dry brush just the front. Now you'll see those clothespins I used. I did get those from Hobby Lobby. And now I'm taking some twine from the Dollar Tree and I'm going to go around the top and bottom of each of the planks. And I'm just going to make different designs. So 2 of them will match, 2 and 2. We'll have 2 sets of 2. There we go. But for now, this is what I'm doing. I'm just wrapping it around. And then I will move on to the bottom part of this one and then on to the other 3.
Drive a faster car. I'm gonna be myself. I'm gonna be someone else. I'm gonna be myself. I'm gonna be someone else. I'm gonna skip my breaks. I'm gonna make mistakes. I'm gonna skip my breaks. I'm gonna make mistakes. I'm gonna be myself. I'm gonna be someone else. I'm gonna be myself. I'm gonna be someone else. I'm gonna skip my breaks. I'm gonna make mistakes. I'm gonna skip my breaks. I'm gonna make mistakes. Try not to hold me down. Feel alive when I'm in this town. Look at those beautiful stars. I wanna drive a faster car. Nothing can break me. No, no, nothing can break me. Try not to hold me down. Feel alive when I'm in this town. Nothing can break me, no, no, nothing can break me.
Once I've got those all done, I'm just going to take the twine and I'm just going to wrap it around my fingers. And I do it 5 or 6, maybe 7 times. And then I'm going to take an extra piece of the twine and wrap it around the center, tie it off, and it'll just make like a cute little, almost like a bow tie kind of thing. And I'm going to make 4 of them, so 1 for each of these picture frames.
I'm gonna skip my breaks. I'm gonna make mistakes. I just wanna feel alive. It's just what I do when I'm out. So try not to hold me down. Feel alive when I'm in this town.
And once I have those all made, I'm going to hot glue the bows I'm trying to get some of the wood so that it's not just glued onto the twine. And then I will take one of those clothespins and I am going to just hot glue that in the center up towards the top, and that will hold my pictures in place. And from there, I am just going to put the pictures in place. My 2 little grandbabies, and then my granddaughter with my stepson, and my grandson with my stepdaughter. And look at how adorable. So that's Danny and Noelle, and that is Lindsay with Jameson. And there's Jameson having some of Mimi's ice cream cake, and Noelle having some yogurt at Applebee's. They're so beautiful. They bring me so much joy. I absolutely love them. And I love these picture frames. Let me know what you guys think. This video is part of the What Would You Make Open playlist. It is hosted by Brenda from Rustic and Lace DIY and Christine from DIY Craftaholic. And this month's guest host is Barbara from Country Lily DIY Decor. I will have all of their channels as well as the playlist in my description box down below. When you're done with my video, head on down and check out the playlist. You're going to love it. Okay, let's get back to it. Okay, for this next one, I'm showing you 2 bamboo cutting boards, but I do only use 1. So I'm taking the cutting board. I'm going to use the Home Decor Crackle, and then I am using my Dixie Bell paint in, oh my goodness, what was it? Smoky Mountain and White Cap. That's it. So I painted it with the Smoky Mountains, and then I let it dry completely. And now I am just going to add the crackle medium to the top part of the board. Now I did paint the entire board, like front, back, sides, everything. And then I am going to wait for that crackle medium to dry. And then I am going to use the white cap to go over it. Now you should only go in one direction, and you shouldn't go over one space too many times, or the crackling won't work very well. So I used my heat gun, and you can see the crackling starting there, and it came out really, really good. I like it. So now I am going to place the picture that I'm going to use on this one so that I can determine where I need to put the twine. So I'm taking the twine, I'm gluing it to the back of the cutting board, and I'm going to wrap it around the board. I think I do it 4 times, if I'm not mistaken. And then what I'll do is, I do it 4 times. And then I'm going to glue the back, or glue the twine to the back again. And then I am going to repeat the process for the bottom part. See, I'm adding that picture so that I know where to put the bottom twine that I'm going to use. And I do the same process. I wrap it around 4 times, and then I'll just glue it in the back again. And I am lower on the cutting board because I have something that I want to put on the top part of the cutting board. Okay, and now that I have I have the twine where I want it, I take some letters, they're rub-on transfers from the Dollar Tree, pardon my noggin, you'll see in just a second. I just wanted to make sure that it was centered as best I could, and So I just push it down, and then I'm just taking my Cricut tool to scrape the letters on to the top part of this board.
I'm gonna be myself, I'm gonna be someone else. I'm gonna be myself, I'm gonna be someone else. I'm gonna skip my breaks, I'm gonna make mistakes. I'm gonna skip my breaks, I'm gonna make mistakes. I'm gonna be myself, I'm gonna be someone else. I'm gonna be myself, I'm gonna be someone else. I'm gonna skip my breaks, I'm gonna make mistakes. I'm gonna skip my breaks, I'm gonna make mistakes. Try not to hold me down, feel alive.
So I spelled out my world, as you can see there. And that picture is actually my two boys when they were little. It is my absolute favorite picture of them. And I love it. I love that picture so, so much. So I took out 3 hearts from my stash. They're wood laser cutout hearts. And I started out by using my Arteza gel pen, but the red wasn't right. So once I finished that and realized the color wasn't right, I took out my Waverly Crimson and I just went over all 3 of the hearts with that red, and that looked so much better with my boys' shirts.
Skip my breaks, I'm gonna make mistakes. I just wanna feel alive.
Now, once they dry, I'm just going to, again, measure everything so that I get everything centered. I put the smaller of the 2 hearts in the center, and then the 2 bigger ones, one on either side at an angle, as you see here.
Try not to hold me down, feel alive when I'm in this.
Then I took some more twine to make a hanger. I started just above the twine that's wrapped around the top part, and I glued the twine to that and then just kind of tacked it at the top. And I'm going to do the same thing on the other side, and that will give me my hanger.
Troubles to rest, blow the smoke through my cigarette. City lights looking fine, and I know this is my time now.
And that's it for this one. I love how this came out so, so much. Those are my boys. The oldest is Ethan. He's now 28. And Justin is 24. Oh, I can't believe it. But I love them. They are my world. And I hope you enjoyed this project. Let me know what you guys think. Okay, for this next one, I have the backings for a couple of picture frames that I used, and then these 2 like Gothic arch pieces of wood. I'm using my Dixie Bell Sun-Kissed, and I painted the arches with that color. And then this ribbon I got from the Dollar Tree, I'm just going to hot glue a strip around the bottom part of this arch and meet it up in the back. And then I am going to do the same thing to the, like, up higher to the topper. Oh my goodness. I am going to do the same thing at the top of the picture that I'm going to put in here, and it kind of wraps around the upper part of the picture, or the wood piece. Oh my goodness. I'm just going to shut up and let you watch, okay?
I wanna drive a faster car, nothing can break me, no, no, nothing can break me. Try not to hold me down, feel alive when I'm in this town. Look at those beautiful stars, I wanna take a trip to Mars. Nothing can break me, no, no, nothing can break me. so small. Watch the clock ticking off the wall. But tonight I'm letting it go. Spend my coin for sure. I'm gonna be myself, or I could be someone else. No one's stopping me now. I'm gonna skip my breaks, I'm gonna make mistakes. I just wanna feel alive. It's just what I do when I'm out, so try not to.
Now, once that's done, I'm going to do the same thing to the other one. And then I am taking my glue stick and some craft paper from the Dollar Tree, and I am going to cover up the ugly in the back of the pictures or picture frame. Once that dries, I'm going to use my finger sander and I'm going to take off all of the excess paper.
Look at the beautiful stars. I wanna drive a faster car. Lay my troubles to rest. Blow the smoke through my cigarette. City lights looking fine. And I know it's
Then I'm going to take my Dixie Bell in the color Anchor and I dry brush around the side of the whole arch on both pieces. Oh my goodness. Then I'm going to take some hot glue and put it on the backing of the picture frame. And I am just going to glue it right to the back of the arch. And I do that with both. And then I am going to take, they weren't sitting right. They weren't sitting at the same angle. So I had to finagle the kickstand a little bit, but I got it. So now I'm putting my puppies and I'm going to use those same rub-on transfers and I'm going to add the words fur baby on. I put fur on one side and baby on the other side of both pictures.
I'm gonna make mistakes. I'm gonna skip my breaks. I'm gonna make mistakes. I'm gonna be myself. I'm gonna be someone else. I'm gonna be myself. I'm gonna be someone else. I'm gonna skip my breaks. I'm gonna make mistakes. I'm gonna skip my breaks. I'm gonna make mistakes. Try not to hold me down. Feel alive when I'm in this town. Look at those beautiful stars. I wanna drive a faster car. Nothing can break me. No, no, nothing can break me. Try not to hold me down. Feel alive when I'm in this town. Look at those beautiful stars. I wanna take a trip to Mars. Nothing can break me. No, no, nothing can break me. I've been feeling so small. Watch the clock ticking off the wall. But tonight I'm letting it go. Spend my coin for sure. I'm gonna be myself, or I could be someone else. No one's stopping me now. I'm gonna skip my breaks. I'm gonna make mistakes. I just wanna feel alive. It's just what I do when I'm out, so try not to hold me down. Feel alive when I'm in this town. Look at those beautiful stars. I wanna drive a faster car. Nothing can break me. No, no, nothing can break me. Try not to hold me down. Feel alive when I'm in this town. Look at those beautiful stars. I wanna take a trip to Mars. Nothing can break me. No, no, nothing can break me. a faster car. Lay my troubles to rest. Blow the smoke through my cigarette. City lights.
And that's it for these. I think they came out so adorable. So our darker puppy is Skylar. She's 4. And the lighter one is Nico, and he just turned 3. And they are definitely our babies. I absolutely love these. Let me know what you guys think. I want to thank Brenda and Christine and Barbara for hosting this great playlist. I had so much fun creating these. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, go ahead and give it a great big thumbs up for me. It really helps me out with YouTube. It lets them know that you appreciate my content, and they'll push it out for others to enjoy as well. If you're new to my channel or coming over from the playlist, welcome. I hope you'll consider sticking around and hit that subscribe button. And don't forget the bell so you'll be notified every time I upload a brand new video. I thank you so much for taking time out of your day to spend with me, and I will see you in the next one.
I'm gonna make mistakes. I'm gonna skip my breaks. I'm gonna make mistakes. I'm gonna be myself. I'm gonna